in my legacy. I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game, cause the way I'm feeling, I honestly do not see no competition. I gotta get it, so it ain't no quitting. We jumped off the benches and jumped in the trenches. No one is better than all of us, and that's why all of us been winning from the beginning. It's more than a game, don't play with my name. You come with your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
Today, from Lumen Field.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that, because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused. And some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. The Falcons had 8 and 5 to start play. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Pickett. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Now Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Josh Palmer, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 27, Pickett. He finds his man, Sky Moore. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Sky Moore. 73 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
The first down carry by Elliott. Ooh, with a juke. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
These two teams all tied after 1. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. Inside give to Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong. Taking it right down Broadway. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. I know it's tough to make tackles in the open field, but that one hurts because he got a little bit extra after the missed tackle.
Receivers are coached so well, they have to break at least 1 tackle after the catch. He did that on that play.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Pickett now from the gun here. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he? He
has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. Now back to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And the Falcons are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brock. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Pickett right back to the air again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. It's caught, Lockett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They were looking to throw, holding on a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
78 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll set up to throw.
That's caught left side. The tight end Pitts.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second down, Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
Touchdown!
Josh Palmer
with his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. 3 yards remain for second down. On the option, Pickett's going to run with it.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Short pass tip, but caught anyway.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. today at 3 scores. Now, you know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, Elliott once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Touchdown, Falcons! Ezekiel Elliott with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Pickett. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Steps away to his left. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He lets it fly from Lockett. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here's Pickett.
Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Lorenzo Carter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Ritter on target to Pitts for a Falcon 1st down.
And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Randy Gregory
in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye.
Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Pickett back to throw.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Brock. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Pickett. Batted by the linebacker, but still adjusts and makes a catch.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that will lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great one.
Your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. Don't make me jog your memory. I did upgrade, you didn't upgrade it. The world, how they forgetting me. Please make it make some sense to me. How you talking about the greatest, still ain't greatest, mention me. Them bands, I want the symphony. 15 in it, went instantly. Lately I've been catching plays, it's like it's meant to be. I got rich in the pandemic, meant to be. Don't do too much, I keep it simple. You cloud chasing, trying to make the people feel you. Boys need to slow it down, I'm talking real screw. Penthouse at the top with the clear view. Oh, look, I don't like your energy, I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go. You not my kind, I know kin to me. Heard you told my girl about all of them that's DMing me. Why they hogging up the recipe? Heard they talking like I can't let Ken Wallace get ahead of me. Know your heart full of jealousy. All that acting tough, damn, this must be a